Welcome to Belting Hill Farms. Here are some pictures of some barns we've been building this summer, which is why we've been slow putting up videos. But tonight we're going to show you a video of how to build a PVC chicken feeder, quick and easy. Welcome to our new unfinished chicken barn. We've been building this barn all summer. We started last year by harvesting logs from our property, and we run a Norwood HD 36 sawmill. We sawed all the lumber for this, the whole project. We'll do a walkthrough another day and show you the rest of it. We're not finished because it's February here in New Brunswick, and we've kind of reached almost as far as we can go right now. We're out of lumber, so we're going back to the woods to get some more, but we've got a lot done. We're very proud of it. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to build a very simple feeder, and we just had a 4-inch sewer pipe. I'll show you one here that in use in our black copper moran pen. So it's a very simple setup. In this barn, we have 5 different breeds of chickens, with 2 of those breeds having 2 different color phases. We have lavender Orpingtons and buff Orpingtons, and then we have light Brahmas and buff Brahmas. All right, so don't mind the roosters that are running around. They don't all have a pen yet. They're our backup roosters for breeding. So really simple, all 4-inch drain pipe. A Y, you need a Y, make sure it's a Y, not a T. Get a bottom cap, good. You got 2-inch piece and a 3-inch piece of 4-inch drain pipe, and then 34-inch pieces. Any of these measurements you can modify for whatever you'd like. This is what we did. So you start with your cap. That's the bottom, and that's what's going to sit down on the ground. You put in your 2-inch piece, and then make sure your Y is pointing upwards. Put that on, and we don't glue anything, because if we want to take this apart, modify that distance or whatever, then we can do that later. Okay, that goes on. Now, this we learned after we used them for a while. We built them like this at first, and we found the chickens were still wasting a tremendous amount of food because of the way the food piled up here by this entrance. So we just added a 3-inch piece on there, and it makes them reach in a little further, and we find that they now can't scratch it out as easy. So that's all together. Last piece, put this guy on, and there's one done.
And you cut the pipe on what?
What's that? Oh yeah, sir, we cut this pipe on just on our chop saw. The only thing you gotta watch out for a little bit is it is kind of splintery, so you know, wear your safety glasses. Wear your glasses down at the end of your nose like me. So same thing, 2-inch is the first piece to go in. And this guy goes on there. 3-inch in the opening of the Y. And that's it. So the way we're using this right now is that we have all of our hens separated into their pens that they're supposed to be in now. They have their roosters that are supposed to be breeding them, and then all these roosters that are left out here are all of our kind of spares. If any of the rest are they're not fertile, or you know, we don't like something about them. So the problem with this common area is we didn't have a feeder out here for them. Not the same as the rest. So all I'm using here is I just use this pipe strap stuff that you can get at any plumbing store, hardware store, what have you. And it's very, very rugged actually. I was surprised at how well it stayed together, but it does. If I can get the screw in. Get that so it looks kind of roughly level. And I just bend that around so it kind of stays tight. Because you want this to be tight on there. So I go through the smaller of the two holes, but it really comes down to whatever size drill you have, or screw you have. But if you can see on that one right now, there's a little bit of gap. So as I put that in, it's kind of putting a fair bit of tension on that. So that's really quite tight right there. Go a little more. But like it's pretty tight. They can't move that easily. And that's it. That's as simple as that is. I don't know. We never did a price on it, but I'm gonna say we're probably $11 or somewhere in that. That's Canadian, of course, but it's very, very inexpensive. And we're estimating right now that that's probably saved us 30% of our feed, maybe better, because when you look at like this style of feeder, the first thing the chickens do is they reach in and paw it all out in the ground. And with this one, it forces them to actually reach in and get it. And not one of the chickens all figured it out in no time. Like they were on it instantly. These guys have actually been using one because we had one of these other pens open. All right, thank you very much. Hopefully you guys found that informative. And if you haven't been to our page before, thanks for watching. Please feel free to subscribe if you'd like. We're just a little homestead in New Brunswick, Canada. My wife and I run a mixed hobby farm with a bunch of different stuff, and we kind of specialize in chickens a little bit. So stay tuned. Thank you.